Hi, I'm Pat Higbee, energy educator at the University of Northern Iowa's Center for Energy and Environmental Education. And it's my pleasure to share how we updated an old solar PV system here on campus. First, some background information. This is the view from the south of the CEEE as it was when I began working here in 2001. We had solar panels purchased by Dr. Stiliani, the CEEE director, but they were in our storage room. We first tried to host a solar installation workshop, but when that failed, I contacted Dr. Pekin at the Industrial Technology Department. Dustin Vercandy and Corey Feese took on the solar installation as their senior project for Dr. Pekin's class in the fall of 2004. Here they are deciding on the best location for the new PV array. Installation costs were paid with a grant from the Iowa Energy Center. The original trench and wiring conduit. These photos were very helpful in 2014 when the system was updated. In 2004, we had 12 panels, each rated at 75 watts for a 900 watt system. In 2014, we replaced those 12 panels with just 6 panels, each rated at 250 watts for a 1500 watt system. In 2004, the panels and single inverter cost $7,250. In 2014, the cost of our 6 panels and 6 microinverters was just $2,506. The cost had really fallen. In fact, it had fallen 50% in the last 5 years alone. The total cost of the system in 2004 was $14,115. In 2014, the cost to upgrade the system was just $3,703. This is primarily because we were able to use the same posts and track for our new installation. For our inverters, in 2004, the one string inverter, shown here by the red oval, and the internet connecting monitor, shown here with the blue circle, had no website. We had 3 DC shutoffs that we used before the inverter. In 2014, we had 6 microinverters, the red circles shown here. They convert DC to AC right at the solar panels. All other wiring is AC. It feeds into the circuit board here, and our monitor, our blue oval shown here, sends that data to both an internet and website. We start with a question, a problem, and a solution. In 2012, Alex Dara asked about the amount of energy our system produced. The answer was 0 because our inverter had stopped working. He offered to provide both funding and assistance to get us back online. Mike Miller from Natural Solutions had installed the solar panels on our garage, and so we asked for his help. He recommended we install microinverters with the old existing panels. Unfortunately, both Mike and Alex were sidelined with health problems, which put our project on hold. We need a photo here of Mike Fisher and Ed Wolfkohl. In 2014, Alex was feeling much better, and he got our project back on track. We contacted Mike Fisher from Impact 7G, and he suggested we install new panels as well as new inverters. We did some additional fundraising, which included a fantastic donation by Wolfkohl Electric, which donated the materials for 1/3 of the total project. Alex contacted Jim Hasty, an electrician he knew from his work at John Deere. Jim volunteered to do all the electrical work for the project. His first task was to disconnect the existing wiring so the panels could be removed. Jeff Hermanson from UNI's facility planning approved our work. I and a student, Ryan Anderson, removed the old panels. We loosened the clips and slid the panels down off the cross pieces. I and my husband John took advantage of good weather one Sunday in December to install the components for 2 of the poles. The cross pieces needed to be replaced with longer poles. After 10 years of weathering, some of the bolts had to be cut away. The installation was completed on the Friday of finals week in December of 2014. Here I, Ryan, Alex Dara, and Roger White attach a new crosspiece. It was a bit cold, but not bad weather for December in Iowa. Codes had changed since the first installation, and additional grounding was required. Jim Hasty supervised the installation of the new grounding rods. The last 2 panels were put in place. After installation of the first panel, the system was tipped like a teeter-totter, so the second panel could be added without a ladder. Jim Hasty completed the wiring. We were ready for inspection. Chuck Carpenter is Iowa's Northeast Electrical Inspector Supervisor, and he inspected our array. He required some minor changes, but allowed us to turn our system on and start producing power. To see how our system is performing, go to enphase.com and click on Enlighten Login in the top right corner. Use the email higbee@uni.edu and the password CEEE 2015 PV. Then click the sign-in box. You can click on Higbee PV to see how my system is doing, or UNI CEEE to see how much clean energy we are making. The lighter, brighter blue indicates higher energy production. This was a gray January day. You can click on the menu on the top right to explore the website, or click on the Systems list on the top left to choose the other system. Using the Graph tab and the drop-down menu, you can generate great graphs, or choose Reports to generate data for your students to graph. Since anyone can monitor production anywhere in the world, we can invite students to send us research proposals. They tell us how to orientate the panels, clean them, or smear them, and then the students can observe, record, and analyze the results. Our first research invitation was to Jefferson High School students in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Many thanks to our partners and sponsors. To Alex Dara, our project founder and primary sponsor. To Ed Wolfcool, our materials provider and major sponsor. To Niall McMartin and Cedar Prairie Sierra Club, both great sponsors. To William Stiliani and myself, who also provided additional funding. To Mike Fisher, our project technical advisor, and to Jim Hasty, our electrician, many, many thanks.